Hey, everybody. As you can see, we have a house full tonight. And we're excited to join them as their final stretch for their amazing Kickstarter known as Darkspace. Now, I'm not going to do a lot of talking tonight because we've got three wonderful guests, all part of this Kickstarter. And yeah, so before we kick it off, for those that are new here, normally the way the tavern would work is we would ask a couple questions, and then we just dive down some rabbit holes. But since tonight is all about Darkspace, we're just going to start diving down rabbit holes and answering questions as soon as they drop in the chat room. So this is your opportunity to talk to Than, Bill, and Derek and ask all those important questions that you want to know about. And thank you, wonderful raiders. Thanks, Sam, for coming in and hanging out with us tonight. And at that moment, I'm going to drop our, as long as my thing is working properly, because sometimes it doesn't. Then it's not. Hold on. While that's happening, let's hear a little bit about what Darkspace is for people tuning in right now while I fix this thing.
Yeah, sure. So Darkspace is a sci-fi rule set for Shadow Dark. We really want you to be able to play whatever kind of sci-fi you want with this. And so that's one of the great things about Shadow Dark is that it is a flexible enough system that you can build your type of setting around Shadow Dark and using the Darkspace system. We did a core rules at the beginning of the year that has sold very well. Got a lot of support from our community around it. We've been building up a really big following, and a lot of people have been asking us, when is more coming? And so that book was 84 pages, and the Kickstarter that we're wrapping up tomorrow is for over 200 pages. TBD on final page count, but it's going to be a much bigger one. That's the yep. James has got the 84 page.
This is the 84 page one, and there's already a ton of stuff to do your own games in this one.
Absolutely, and that's still going to be available. That's still our core rules. That's still going to be out there for folks who are looking for a slimmed down version of Darkspace. But if you want more shipbuilding options, more what we call denizens, but monsters. If you want more gear, more upgrades, if you want rules for cyberpunk style hacking or corruption mechanics for technoviruses or psychological sci-fi horror, you can get all that in our expanded edition.
Yeah, super psyched.
Give me.
So Chuck has been a close friend for a while now, and we started playing Shadow Dark. And I am more of a fantasy-based person, but if we talk anything sci-fi, he's the one I go to.
Nice.
So, and it's funny because it's right here, Chuck. It's right here.
I hate it. All right, I just downloaded the Quick Start Guide, which is free.
There you go.
Which is free.
Yes, which is free. It's got archetypes in it. It's got how to build a character. We talk about our species traits in it, which we do something a little bit differently from the Shadow Dark Ancestries, where rather than giving you 5 or 6 options of elf, dwarf, whatever, we give you 20 species traits that you can decide what your species looks like. You can build a species around it. So if you if you want to play a 7-foot tall, hairy Yeti man from a nondescript sci-fi property, you could do that. You could grab the mighty trait or the maybe the one that has the natural weapons for claws or something like that, and build it out that way instead. So you can still use the Shadow Dark Ancestries. My home campaign right now, we're actually using some of those. We've got a space dwarf and a space elf in there, so completely compatible with Shadow Dark. You can actually mix and match the two together to get that great sci-fi fantasy flavor if you want to do that also.
what's like a Shadowrun type mentality.
Yes. Yep. You could do Shadowrun. You could do Spelljammer with it. You could do, or you could do Shadowcrawler Carnage. Bill's adventure. Nice segue there for you, Bill. If you want to tell them about Shadowcrawler Carnage for a few minutes.
Yeah. So first off, thanks for having me here. I'm kind of, hey, I'm the other guy. But,
Stop it.
Stan and Derek have created this really amazing sci-fi rules light Shadow Dark hack in Darkspace RPG that couldn't be more excited for them and stoked just seeing how things have taken off. And back at GaryCon last year, or this year, still this year, it feels like last year though, when we were all hanging out and James got to play Darkspace and Shadow Dark and hang out with us too. But we got to I got to play Darkspace for the first time and hang out with Than, and I was immediately hooked. Immediately said, "Yeah, this is exactly how I want the rules light Shadow Dark sci-fi version to be." So I talked to Than and I was like, "As soon as you guys get your rule book ready for your big release, I want to write something for it." And so Shadowcrawler Carnage is kind of the culmination of a lot of planning and a lot of writing and getting artists together and having fun in the Crawl Club publishing way. I always like to have original art in everything that I do because I feel like artwork is kind of the soundtrack to your module. Absolutely. You know, I'm a musician, and I mean, you know, just the first impressions you get on anything you're writing is the art. So it's always worth it to have talented and high quality artists that are working with you. So we've got all original artwork, and the theme of it is kind of like a mixture of a lot of 90s and 80s nostalgia mixed with video games and pop culture and even like new lit RPG stuff. So we've got, you know, obviously the Smash TV video game from Skateland back in the 90s when you throw coins into that thing. You know, we've got the Running Man, and then Dungeon Crawler Carl if you're into the lit RPG books. And it's kind of all mixed together. And it's basically aliens took over your planet and all these different planets, and they've thrown you into this intergalactic game show where you're live streamed to every planet on every galaxy, and on the HoloViewer you're a contestant in this giant game show. And we've play tested the heck out of it. It's a ton of fun. We even did a live game where Than got to play it not too long ago on Tabletop Bob, which was really a lot of fun to get to experience that. And even in that game, we thought of new ways that this is going to be a lot of fun because it mixes really well with Shadow Dark and with Darkspace, because you've got all the excellent archetypes and species rules and the motivation rules from Darkspace. And then you mix that with, you know, you can have the magic user archetype and the holy warrior archetype, which is basically the wizard and the priest from Shadow Dark, and throw in, you know, wizards carrying Uzis and, you know, priests with lightsabers and stuff like that. Well, not lightsabers, but, you know,
beam sabers.
Yes.
Light sticks.
Beam sabers.
The beam sabers. We're going to get sued real quick. No, but you know, Kmart version. But it's a lot of fun. And one of the things that we talked about after that live play that just got me excited even more was the fact that because, you know, if your player dies or your contestant dies, the Iris Corporation is just going to beam in a new crawler to take their place. And I said, you know what, this is going to be really good if there's ever a player that you have at the table that shows up 15 minutes to a half an hour late, because you don't have to come up with that story of how they showed up. It's just Iris Corporation said, we need another crawler. You're beamed in, go, you know. So that's brilliant. Even though it was brilliantly on accident, but hey, we'll take it.
It worked.
Brilliant
It worked.
accident,
It worked well. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does solve that problem. I think it's going to be great for cons. I really think it's going to be great for convention, like one page or one shots. Just because at the end of the game, you all score, and so that kind of harkens back to the old tournament modules from back in the day. It's just it's really a lot of fun. I had a blast. I played a goldfish in a suit of power armor, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it's really, and I mean, the Darkspace rules, you can play any brand of fantasy or any brand of sci-fi you want, but just being able to play off of their awesome creation and create something fun that hopefully a lot of people will enjoy. And I'm honored and thankful that I was able to launch my Kickstarter right alongside Than and Derek and their wonderful creation here. So we're just happy to be along for the ride, and the Crawl Club team is just stoked to be here. And yeah, so
awesome.
There you go.
Before we start answering any questions, Derek, do you have anything? Quiet tonight.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt anyone. I can sometimes be a little loud. So, yeah, I would say that they've covered a good deal of it. I'm just excited to be a part of a project where, as Stan said, you can play the sci-fi you want to play. That's one of the best things about this for me. I know a lot of people that I've talked to seem to like space fantasy, but there's also that gritty urban sci-fi that's out there that a lot of people want to play as well. And one of the things we talked about in putting these rules together is we wanted you to be able to do both. As I was looking for different sci-fi rules, they would put you in a setting. Everything is always tied to a particular setting. And as somebody who's been playing since early 1980s, I don't like being tied to a specific setting. And most rule sets are tied to a specific setting. So if I want to play if I wanted to play some gritty fantasy, I have to buy the Alien RPG. If I want to play some sci-fi fantasy, something mixed up, I have to get Spelljammer from Wizards of the Coast, and then I have to buy this, and I have to buy this. And I wanted one rule system where we could allow our players to choose what type of fantasy they want. And that's one of the things we've added to the rule book that Than's worked on, is we are going to have, it's 12 of them, right, Than?
Yeah.
12 one-page settings, and it will show you the switches you could turn on and off for your game. So, for instance, like me, one of the big switches for some of my games, because this is the mode I'm stuck in right now, it might be turning off all fantasy races. I don't want fantasy races in here. That's not my current game, but that's kind of my mindset. And as I'm working on my next campaign, that's kind of going to be where I'm at, is there's going to be no fantasy races, nothing like that. It's going to be just a gritty space truckers, blue collar workers type setting. And we've got those switches for that. And then we've got the switches where you can turn on space fantasy. We've got switches where you can turn on for space horror, because not all gritty sci-fi is space horror. If you watch Expanse, while it does have some horror elements, it's not truly space horror like you would find in Alien. And if you want to play something like Delta Green, where you've got Cthulhu right there behind everything, you can do that as well. So we want you to play the flavor of sci-fi you want without feeling tied to any one setting.
Yeah. And the one-page settings are a great way to show the compatibility between Darkspace and Shadow Dark. So I know there's a question, I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but I saw there's a question in the chat about do we still get magic spells? And if not, what takes that place? So it depends, again, on how you want to run this. You can use Shadow Dark magic spells, and it works perfectly fine with it. If you want to play a sci-fi fantasy kind of blend. But we have the Triad, which is our system for metaphysics. So it could be the Force, it could be psychic powers, it could be any way that you want to flavor a metaphysical ability. You would just choose as one of your settings when you're toggling the switches between the two. Am I using the Triad or am I using traditional Shadow Dark spells? And you could do both. Bill, I think in Shadowcrawler Carnage you can do either, correct?
Yeah, you can
because
do
the
either.
idea would be from any planet that might have it this or that, right?
Yeah, it's from any planet in any time era, plane of existence, etc. So there's going to be sword and sorcery planets. There's going to be futuristic planets. Everybody's going to be in the mix. So we definitely encourage players to use the triad powers from the Darkspace rulebook, as well as the Shadow Dark RPG priest and wizard, and you could even mix in other classes as archetypes, but those two are included as archetypes in the book itself, or in the Shadowcrawler Carnage book. But yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about Darkspace is the sky is the limit. You know, whatever you can dream up, it's the yes RPG. You know,
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I'm going to be doing in a couple of weeks is in my home game, or my play testers, if you will. We talked about running a Krampus game. They want, hey, it's around Christmas. I was like, hey, yeah, for our end of the year game, because we've canceled all our regular games, do you guys want me to run a Krampus game? And they're like, yes. Well, they began working on their characters, and one of my players GM's a 5e game. And I was like, well, this is going to be, we're going to be using Shadow Dark for this, because it was a Shadow Dark Krampus adventure. And he said, but can I, instead of building my character using Shadow Dark, can I build it using Darkspace? Because since we're going up against Krampus, I want to be cold adapted. And that made me feel so good that one of my players is like, hey, I know we're going to be using Shadow Dark for this, but I would rather use a species trait. And I was like, yes, that's the idea. You get it now. You get it. This is the idea behind Darkspace. We want to be fully compatible with Shadow Dark. And so it doesn't break the game or anything like that. All he has done is, instead of taking elf, he's now taking a species trait, which he could be a human if he wants. He's just a cold adapted human. And he's taken that species trait, which gives him a little resistance to cold, which is perfect for this game.
Yeah,
I haven't told him
that
yet
answers a question that's in the chat right now, which is, so if the species are very open, can I play a mallard in Darkspace? The answer is yes.
Yes.
Oh,
yes, you can.
Oh yeah.
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 You can play
Mr.
Darkwing
Mr. Dragonbane asking that.
Yeah. And that's actually something that I loved about the Darkspace rulebook the first time I opened it, is it gives you that table of examples with different powers or different abilities with those species. But the great thing about it, and I actually kind of stole that a little bit when I created the pet the pet archetype for Shadowcrawler Carnage, was you said, and if it's not here and you have one, just make it up and use one of these abilities along with it. So you can make, if it fits, why not, right? It's already here, the rules are here, just apply that to whatever your imagination has.
Exactly.
And that's the beautiful thing. And with the pet archetypes, where it's like you want to drop in here and be a cat, a dog, a velociraptor, or whatever you want to be, you can do that as well, which and everybody who's read the Dungeon Crawler Carl books wants to be the cat flinging magic missiles, so that might be in there.
Why not, right?
Well, it also makes, one of the things as a GM I really like is it makes for really collaborative world building with your players. So you sit down and your player says, what kind of species do you have in your universe? Now, if you want to go ahead and pre-build out your universe or your galaxy, you can do that. But that's a lot of heavy lifting. I don't know about you, but we don't have as much time to play as we did years ago. And so what you can do is you can say, I don't need to go ahead and create this whole galaxy or this whole solar system. You tell me what you want to play, and then together we can create the planet they're from. So if you want to play a mallard, if you want to play a duck species, that's great. Well, now we have Duck World. We have Duck World, and and we've created Duck World, and you just tell me why you're here. And I love that because I like collaborating with my players and world building so that we can have fun together.
And I think it makes it more, it makes it easier in a sci-fi base as well, because you can just pick a planet. Okay, they're from this new planet. We don't ever have to go to that planet, but we understand where everybody comes from. I think fantasy sometimes it runs into that hole where you're like, okay, why is there a cat person here? Like, where did they come from? Because they have to be on the planet somewhere, or they have to have a reasoning behind it. Where sci-fi is very simple. They're at another planet. We're done. Game over.
And then when they ask you about what lore from my home world, tell me about your home world, Usul. You know, I'm sorry, that's a Dune reference if you get that. But you know, if they want lore about that planet, then you can start telling your player, "Hey, tell me some lore about your planet. Don't make me make it up. You know, you make it up. You make it up. Tell me about your planet's hierarchy and all of that. I'll incorporate it into the game. I'll put it in my GM notes. And now this is your planet, your world that you've created."
It's exactly like our home game, James.
I was like, I know. That's how we play our entire game right now.
That's wonderful. And I think that is my preferred way of play. But I know there are GMs out there, and I play with some of them. I have people like this in my games. They want to create their own world, their own setting. They like a little input from their players, and that's a perfectly acceptable play style as well. And you could use Darkspace for that also. This is just my preferred style of play. And so one of the things that Than and I talked about was we want to put the tools in people's hands, again, to play the sci-fi they want to play.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we just got to figure out if we can do Power Rangers in this thing, because then we can.
Why not?
Easy.
Like, it should be pretty simple.
Yeah, absolutely.
If the ship guide that we were talking about before stream is anything,
Talron the Crimson Angel is basically a Megazord, or Voltron, or whatever you want to, pick your giant robot.
Pick your giant robot.
Thank you. Gurren Lagann.
Make your own.
Yeah, Gurren Lagann. There you go.
The whole universe.
We've had people ask about, like, what about mechs in general? We do have mechs in there. They have a stat. They're just a stat block, like a vehicle. But you could, in theory, take the shipbuilding rules and rework it to where it's a vertical mech and a ship instead. If you wanted to do like the what's it called from Macross?
I was just thinking Macross Slugger right now.
Yep, the battleship that turns into the big guy, right? Yep.
Yeah, like Macross Slugger. I mean, you could do Gundams as well. I mean,
do Gundams. That was. I've had people ask specifically about, could we do Mech Warrior with this, and could we do Gundam with this? And I think you can. I think maybe that might be something we revisit down the road and maybe build a system around to flesh it out. But I think you could already do it with the basics that we've got for just how vehicles and ships work.
That's a third-party opportunity right there.
It is a third-party opportunity. Somebody that really knows those really well could use that third-party license and write it
there you go.
for us.
Space Pirate Yamato as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, James, this is my realm, baby.
I know, this is your realm. You're all excited. I can see the glisten in your eyes. Wonderful.
It's just tears. It's just
tears. Tears of joy, or tears of pain, based on your workout earlier today.
Yes, all of the above.
So I mean, we've got a bunch of people in the chat room right now, so feel free to ask your questions. This is the best time to do it. If you haven't already backed it, go check out their Kickstarter. It's definitely worth at least a look. And Chuck, you did say that they did have their
the quick start
guide.
So there's a link in the Kickstarter. I think
you want to drop that in the Twitch channel?
Oh, I suppose.
Please.
Yes, sir.
And when you're doing that, so let's see, when do we get Darkspace Advanced Edition? That's also Mr. Dragonbane. So, by the way, Mr. Dragonbane is one half of Midgard Press. They are the other sister campaign to us right now. So we've got Bill's Shadowcrawler Carnage. We also have Midgard Press's Collision Course that is currently backing as well. Also a Darkspace third-party adventure, also available for Death in Space as well. We're bringing these guys along on the Darkspace fleet here.
Darkspace fleet, I love that.
Yes, we've been joking about. We've got the Quick Start edition, we've got the Core edition, we've got the Expanded edition. So when are we getting an Advanced edition? Man, at this point, I'm ready to write some different rules. I've written these rules 3 times now. So we'll see. Maybe
and
someday.
now we've got a bunch of extra stuff adding to this because, like you said, it matches with Shadow Dark, and Shadow Dark's new Western Western Marches just launched.
That's what I definitely would like to see. This is something that Derek and I have been talking about a lot lately. It's something he's been kind of digging into, is the idea of what would a West Marches style space campaign look like.
Like
and
Firefly,
so I think Firefly
out of the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It could look like Firefly. One of the big things, one of the sources I've been using, in fact, I've got it pulled up on my computer still because I've been looking at it. I do some work sometimes where I'm invited to help lead retreats and things like this. And I did a retreat a couple of years ago, and they said, we want to do a West Marches weekend. And it's called Isirians in Cheridian of the West Marches. And it gives you guidelines on how to run a West Marches style campaign. And I'm looking at that, and I'm using those guidelines. I'm converting them over to sci-fi. And one of the thoughts, I'm not giving away too much here because you could pull this from this book yourself, is you have your different hexes. Use a space hex map. But the ultimate key is you have to have a safe base that your players go back to. Well, you draw from that from sci-fi. Guess what? You've got Babylon 5 right there. You've got Deep Space Nine right there. You could have a planet if you want it to be a planet. I prefer, of course, a ship or a space station, something like that. And then you explore it out, and then you have different things in those areas to find. And then you could have multiple styles of games there, because each hex can be a different sector of space where you now can have, okay, well, you're wanting to go to some crazy fantasy world. Well, here's a fantasy world over here. Oh man, we love Blade Runner. Well, you know what? There's a sector over here that's kind of like Blade Runner 2049. Or if you want to go to a cyberpunk world, you could do that. And then you could have players drop in and drop out, so that it's a lot more flexible for people's schedules.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've always wondered, because Western Marches have been so interesting for me in general. It's because of the fact that we have so many people that play nowadays. Our table is getting too big.
Yeah. Oh, I have that problem. I've got anywhere from 7 to 9 people in the game I run.
Yeah, and our average is 9 right now.
Yeah.
So I think mine's 8. Yeah, 8. I think if everybody shows up, I think we've got 8 in ours. So it's a lot. We were talking about that today with Bill. Like yours are like your con games are like 8 to 10 people.
I run 8-person tables at Gary Con all last year, so that was fun. And then
that last Darkspace game that the 3 of us were in, that one pushed 8 or so, I believe. Yeah. We had a lot of people there.
Yeah, that was great.
That was
What's up, Chuck?
I'm thinking of the game that Zeb ran at Page.
Oh goodness gracious! People. Yeah, so we were in. We'll be there in January again. Are you guys going to be there?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. So, actually, you know what? You tell it, Chuck.
Oh, I get to tell it? Oh,
yeah, you can tell it.
Yeah, so it's, that Thursday night with, all those special guests, all the time that the special guests can have.
Special guests, volunteers, and then VIPs.
Yeah, it was a special time before everything went haywire.
Started. Yeah.
Zeb was running a game. Zeb Cook.
Yeah.
It was Isle of Dread. The Return to the Isle of Dread.
Okay. Yep.
And God, James and I we got dragged into it by one of the staff actually, because we were like, oh, can we? Like, yeah, grab a seat, go. Like, okay. There were like 20 people sitting at this table, and this guy Zeb is just coordinating like 3 to 5 people at a time. Like, oh, you're over here doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this, like just zinging it off.
Zeb's a maestro.
That sounds like Zeb. Yeah,
but he does have something that helps him, and that's that he's still using he's still using the BX box.
Yes,
So
yes, he is.
Which is why I think I really like Shadow Dark, because I can do the same thing very easily.
Yeah.
So can I give them our Zeb Cook story?
Yeah.
The first one of these we sold was to Zeb Cook.
There we go.
I've known Zeb for years. For those who don't know, I'm the chaplain for GaryCon, and so I'm on staff at GaryCon, and I've known Zeb for years. And my first D&D was Moldvay Cook D&D. That was my first Dungeons and Dragons. And so we went up to Zeb. We had a book. We wanted to give him a copy, and Zeb said, "Never give your stuff away for free.
Yeah,
never give it away for free. You worked hard on this. You put it together. I want to buy it from you." And Zeb bought our first copy of Darkspace. Now, turn your copy of Darkspace over that you have. Look on the back of it.
Yeah.
Now you go and you pick up a Moldvay Cook. A Moldvay Cook copy, and the character sheets on the back of it.
Yeah.
This was our homage to that old school gaming while using a more modern rule set.
Yeah.
So
BX also had it on the back of it as well. Yeah. Where are we going?
Derek's about to go pull it out of the box.
He's gonna go pull it off the shelf.
There you go.
But we wanted to we wanted to have that homage.
You can see it.
And the nice thing, I don't know.
This is my near mint one.
Yeah.
Near mint one, as he's opening it, I was like, don't do that.
Yeah. It doesn't have it on the back. But what we wanted to do, what was a nice surprise with the version that you've got, James, is that that version of the print on demand that we use for that, that glossy cover, you can actually do dry erase marker.
I bet. Yeah, this one's.
Yeah. I don't think we'll have that on the big book, unfortunately. But on that one, like Derek and I were talking when we were like deciding, do we go hardback on the 84 page or not? And Derek was like, man, I don't want to go hardback on that. I want that thing to be written in. I want it to be rolled up like he's doing. I want it to be shoved into a bag. He's like, I want it to look like those old beat up EX and Moldvay books that everybody was like photocopying the back of.
Yeah. The best thing you can do to me is hand me a beat up copy and ask me to sign it. Because that means it's been played. And that's what we want. I mean, I love that we've sold over 1,000 copies. But what I love even more than that are the people that were telling us just 2 to 3 months into this coming out, I'm already running your game. Yeah. That to me is the biggest praise we can get, is every time we hear somebody telling us they are running some variation of Darkspace. Because I'm an evangelist for games, baby. I want people to play games, because it is through gaming that I have made lifelong friendships and built lifelong relationships. People I can trust, people I care about, people I know. And that's why we want people to play games. We want you out there building friendships and telling stories, because at the end of it all, we're all just stories, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a Doctor Who quote. You're right. Yes, that's a Doctor Who quote. Yeah.
Dr. Dragonbane is Mr. Dragonbane. If he was, he said, "Isn't there a special edition of the new Darkspace book?" There is, and it's what is it? Not neon. What am I thinking? Glow in the dark.
Glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Solid black cover with the logo, which is this guy. It's the tattoo there. And that glows. That will glow, and then the spine, the name will glow on it as well. It's very cool. It's very cool. You can only get that through the Kickstarter. It will not be available in retail.
That's also when I knew these guys weren't going to just abandon this project, when I saw that they tattooed it on their bodies. So.
Yes, exactly. This is not. We've had people that are like, oh man, these guys are just doing like a sci-fi cash grab. I'm like, look, this is not a cash grab.
No,
I would not put this on my body if it was a cash grab.
That is his first tattoo.
That's my first tattoo.
That's awesome.
So see, at 500 copies, he's like, I'm gonna get a tattoo at 500 copies. Derek, you got to get one. I'm like, dude,
he's got, but you still got to get one.
All over me. I said, I'll get one at 1,000. Well, guess what? I have to get one now. I still haven't gotten it yet because life's been busy. But yeah, I'm getting a Darkspace tattoo. But again, I also have a dragon ampersand on my wrist too. So.
And a Green Lantern, but you've got Green Lantern too, so you're representing sci-fi already. I mean,
that is my big one. Green Lantern's bigger than the dragon, baby.
That's right.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
That's like your new one you're getting, Chuck.
Yeah, I'll be getting a good one here soon.
Yeah.
What you
It'll
getting?
be sci-fi based.
Yeah, it's going to be Gundam.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Nice.
King of Hearts all the way for him.
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
You won't have that before Page though, right?
Yeah, I will.
Oh, it will be for Page.
January 3rd is when I'm getting it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you have it for Page.
I'll be almost. As I was about to say, I'll be almost healed by then.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
I need to get mine before Page too.
Yeah, you do.
I think because you waited so long, you need to go more than just the symbol. Like go like the shirt version.
Oh no, I can't do that. but mine actually, we've been talking about it, and I actually have a phrase that is going on mine. It's going to be a Darkspace font, and the word for chaplain in Latin is capellanus, and so I'm a wandering chaplain. So it's going to be the phrase wandering chaplain in Latin, which of course goes with having Mark Miller, who's a good friend, who got the stretch goal to have the Traveler himself in the game.
That's
and
awesome.
So it'll be also homage to Mark Miller, who I've known for years and is a great friend. He's been it's so amazing to have these old school folks saying, you go for it. And then seeing so many younger players saying, go for it. We love this. So I think that broad spectrum has also contributed to the success of this, is that it doesn't just appeal to just the OSR community. It appeals to that community, but it appeals to a lot of new gamers, and it appeals to old school gamers. And we hit that sweet spot. But of course, I think we hit that sweet spot because of Kelsey, because Kelsey hit that sweet spot first.
Yeah,
she just hit it at the right time and did such an amazing thing. And we wouldn't be here without somebody like Kelsey, who's amazing.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
It's the last person in the group I haven't met yet. I've never met Kelsey yet. So make sure that happens next year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you've got a couple chances coming up. She'll be at Page and at GaryCon.
Yeah. We just did our con schedule, and it's ridiculous this year.
Ours is pretty packed.
Between the six of us and the team now, we're hitting almost 12, I think, between the six of us.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's quite a few. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to all of them, so
no, we're not all going.
Yeah.
Spread out. We've got our West Coasters that are hitting their stuff, and the East Coasters hitting our stuff.
I'm doing 3 next year, and my wife is like, "What are you doing?"
Let's see, Derek. I think you and I tallied it up. We almost have one every month between the two of us.
Nice.
Next year.
We've got. I know in January there's Page.
Yeah.
What were you saying might be in February? Was there something in February, or do I get a?
I think February is the one we don't have anything.
Yeah. Then we've got GaryCon in March, and then April we have. What do we got in April?
April, I believe, is that Connington?
Yeah, that's Connington in
That's
April.
Connington.
May, we're going to be in Texas
Yeah, at ChupacabraCon.
at ChupacabraCon. June,
Yep.
we'll be
It's-
at Origins.
Yeah.
We still don't know about. July, I'm going to be at EggCon.
Yeah.
So I'll be
July,
back
you've
up
got
in Lake
EggCon.
Geneva for EggCon.
August will be Gen Con. I'll probably definitely be at Gen Con.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be there as well. It's just
I've never been to a
now.
Gen Con yet. Someday.
You got to do one.
We'll get
and
you
then
there.
You don't have to do it again.
And you don't have to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like
You
I'd
wanna
rather
play-
go play RPGs, and it's like it doesn't. I don't know.
You don't get to go play RPGs at Gen Con, though. You just walk around aimlessly and buy stuff.
Yeah. It just doesn't
Yeah,
sound like
you really do. Yeah, you just yeah.
Gen Con was the one place I actually got to play RPGs. It's the one place I don't run.
nice.
Yeah.
That's Gary Con for me. That's the only convention I go to that I don't run anything.
Gary,
Con.
this is like this year. I'm having to scale it back. I'm only doing 3 games this year instead of 6.
Yeah. I'm doing 4.
Derek's doing more games than I am.
Yeah.
I played 8 of 8 last year
Ooh.
at Gary Con.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
Yeah, they at Gary Con I at one time I was part of the staff, but now they've done some rearranging, so now I'm back to special guest, and so that's fine. I've been special guest, I've been staff, either one over the years. I still do the chaplain stuff, but they're like, hey, we want you to run X number of hours worth of games, and I was like, okay, well, I'll do that, but since we've released Darkspace, I'm going to throw another game on top of that. And so I'm doing 16 hours of games at Gary Con. Then we have the service on Sunday that I do for Gary Con. And then we also have the memorial service that we do every year at Gary Con for those that passed away. So, yeah, I'm doing about 18 hours worth of events at Gary Con, which is...
You and I have flipped. This is wild.
Yeah.
I missed your Scooby-Doo Cthulhu last year. I was trying to get into.
It's so
I
much
was trying
fun.
to get into.
Yeah. Was it last year? Because I think I was doing a lot of I did Darkspace last year, but the year before.
I thought you had one Scooby-Doo
I did because Heather played in that.
Yeah, Heather
played.
exactly. Heather Ashcraft.
Yeah. I used to that was what I became known for, was running a lot of Scooby-Doo Cthulhu.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo Cthulhu is the blast.
Oh
so much
man.
fun.
That is my other system. My two. If somebody said, Derek, what are your top 2 systems right now? I would go Shadow Dark / Darkspace and Pulp Cthulhu.
Okay.
Because I love Pulp. A lot of people, now don't get me wrong, I love regular Call of Cthulhu, but Pulp Cthulhu, because I can get silly and stupid with Pulp Cthulhu. And you have a better chance of living in Pulp Cthulhu too. Yeah. So yeah, and
I haven't
that's
played
what
that
I
one
use.
yet. I've only played regular Cthulhu, so
it's just like regular Cthulhu, but your stats get bumped up.
Okay.
And you can do more fun things. You can create more fun things. You can do a lot of stuff on the fly, unlike regular Cthulhu. So yeah,
I've never played Cthulhu before.
Join the club.
We'll have to do one. You have to do it. Yeah.
Someday. This year, I'm excited for Gary Con. I'm going to do 16 hours. I'm going to do a game a day, basically. Do a game Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 2 of them are going to be Shadow Dark, doing Righteous Vow. 2 of them are going to be Darkspace, doing Shadow Crawler Carnage. And then I'm going to sign up for just a bunch of crazy stuff. I really want to play Pirate Borg this year.
Yeah.
I really want to play. What was that? It's like it's the, I can't remember the name of it now. It's the news station where you're like the weird heroes of public access, I think.
Yes.
UHPA. So I really want to play that a lot because I've heard that's amazing.
I haven't heard of that one yet.
Yeah.
Is that Planet X?
I don't know.
Or was that?
I don't know.
So
maybe I just heard about it through Planet X first. I can't remember.
So here's a deep cut that some of you may get. Will Weird Al show up?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
My kids do his costume this year.
All right.
Look at that.
That is one of the craziest things. If you ever want to watch a totally silly movie, go watch.
Oh yeah.
Show.
Me and
man.
my brother used to watch that when we were kids. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Stanley Spadowski's Funhouse.
Get
The
haunted
marble in the
industries.
That's great.
Chuck, I know
Get
you're
haunted industries. Yep.
biting at the bullet to ask a question of some sort.
It's
This is your jam.
I'm just absorbing all the fun things and looking through the quick start guide, and I'm like, oh, I can use this for this. Oh, I can use this for that. I'm like, all the sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I just thought Fifth Element, perfect for this shit.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. So on
Fifth
our
Element.
yeah, it'd be great. So on our Discord, that was one of the first like hey, just to get people, because we just started it. So one of the first things I asked was, I was just like, hey, what sci-fi properties need the dark space treatment? And like that one was one of the first ones thrown out was with
Great.
Fifth Element.
So
It'd
much,
be great
so much
for
to
it.
do in there.
Yeah, exactly. And the gun, like the pod gun that Zerg has, that'd be like statting that would be so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's just say there may be a multi-pass on a salvage table.
Yeah, yes, we do have multi-pass on one of the salvage tables. Yeah,
There's a
our
multi-pass?
I
salvage
did see it. That's what made me think Fifth Element.
multi-pass.
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 Does multipass take a energy cell? That's a valid question.
No, but meat popsicles do.
Yeah.
Do you classify
Yeah.
yourself as human?
There are some small Easter eggs on those first salvage tables.
Small
Small.
Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Well,
They had to pull me back a few times. It was
Yeah,
like,
a couple, but there was a lot.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
but no, I love the versatility of this. Honestly, like it is.
Well,
Yeah, that's what we wanted to do. So with the archetypes, we talked a little bit about species, but with the archetypes, with those we based them around the different stats. So a strong, a quick, a clever archetype, which is kind of harkens back to D20 Modern, or if you've played Everyday Heroes, it uses that kind of same idea. But we kept the Shadow Dark backgrounds. So you're a strong soldier, or a quick soldier, or a clever soldier, and those are all very different things. And so when you combine those two together, you can have so many different options for what you can make in this.
StarCraft.
Yeah.
Oh
Absolutely.
gosh,
Yeah.
yes.
So-
StarCraft would
I'm
be
just gonna start naming
easy.
properties.
Yeah, I mean, so in the expanded edition, we'll have the machine-based archetype, which is one of the questions in the chat. Are there power suits? Yes, there are power suits. So
We have
you
Power
can
Rangers right there. That's really
you
all
can
I
have
needed.
Power Rangers. You can have Warhammer 40K with it. You could do Space Marines with it. You could definitely do, in the StarCraft, like their version of the Marines. Zergs are easy to do with it as well. So I mean, it's StarCraft's an easy one. No problem with that one.
We have a denizen that could be like the Zerg.
Yeah. The Viridians.
Yep.
Or Verdanites, or what do we call them?
They're Verdanites.
Verdanites,
Verdanites.
Verdanites,
And they're going to be in there, and it is a hive mind species, but it's plant oriented, and it has a mother unit,
like
the queen, so to speak. And so, we've got things like that. And I would say StarCraft, because StarCraft was one of my favorite games. I mean, when the very first Warcraft came out, I was playing it. I mean, this was back early 90s, playing it on a dial-up modem, straight to my friend who lived, who was, we were in married student housing, and he was like 3 apartments down from us, and we're playing via dial-up, playing Warcraft. And then he was like, then StarCraft came out, I think, a year or 2 later, and I was like, oh my God. And I had to upgrade. I'm over here putting more RAM in my computer, putting an overdrive on my processor, just so I could freaking play StarCraft.
Yeah.
It was definitely beyond its time, though, because like StarCraft was way it made Warcraft just
obsolete. Yeah, it sure did. Yeah,
man, I even worked at an electronics store in the 90s, and I used to have the StarCraft figures Can you imagine?
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, I remember those.
Oh
figures.
yeah, man, they were so great.
they were
I
great.
had the complete line because nobody was buying them, and I bought them on sale.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
That means that if you can do StarCraft, you can do Duke Nukem RPG.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was thinking of with the
Doom. You
Yeah.
can do Doom with it
Doom,
easily, you know.
Duke Nukem. We can go old school and go,
Well,
we can
I
go
would
Contra.
say-
Halo.
Bill, I'd say what you did is very close to Duke Nukem.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got elements too.
Yeah,
You
it
guys were
does.
talking
Yeah.
about the movie stuff. I was just looking at because I'm doing a lot of layout on the Shadow Crawler Carnage, and we have an Ashley's Hand in there, if you might know what that is. But so that might be from a certain movie, only
Nice.
not. But
Nice.
man, there's a lot of nostalgia.
Chuck doesn't know that one.
Sorry, I'm like,
It's all right.
I've got like 5 things running through my head.
It's all
That's what we want, man. That's what we want.
oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was just thinking you could run fucking Ben 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of our pre-gen characters from Void Echoes, which is our first zine, has an adventure that Derek wrote in it called Read the Problem. We wrote some pre-gen characters for it, and we wanted to do one for every one of the archetypes, so everybody have a good spread on them. And we got to the tough, and I was like, okay, what do you want our tough archetype to look like? Because I was doing the artwork for it, and Derek was like, I want a combination of this thing from Ben 10 and a Wookiee.
Yep.
And that got us Joe, or Grab It, and people love playing Joe at cons. I think him and Steve the robot are the two that like people tend to like playing the most.
The great thing about being a Gen Xer is that I had a child that grew up watching Ben 10 and all of that. And of course, well, to be a good dad, I had to watch them with the child, correct?
Yeah.
You know, so I grew up, so while they grew up watching it, I'm a grown man watching it with my child. And then, of course, I've gotten into more anime now because my other child has really, so, you know, we just finished watching Chainsaw Man. So yeah, you could use this for Chainsaw Man, because I'm watching Chainsaw Man with my 16-year-old. We're sitting there and I'm going, you know what? If you did this and you did this, and then you threw in some Shadow Dark demons and did okay, we got Chainsaw Man right here.
No, why not? Yeah.
Have to run a My Hero Academia game for Josh.
Yeah.
There
you go.
I will say though, that immediately looking through the quick start and the work for the tough archetype, immediately I think of Zeb from Star Wars Rebels.
Oh man,
Zeb is definitely one of the ones I've thought about with it. Yeah,
because you know that I met him. Steve,
did you really?
He was such a nice guy, such a nice
man.
guy. And I walked up to him and I was just like, dude, Zeb is my favorite. He was super kind, super nice. He spent probably 10 minutes talking to me. He was the best.
That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love, he's my favorite Rebels character by far.
Oh yeah.
Zeb was good.
So,
Zeb was good.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Like, yes,
no, hey, this is no, fan out.
Steve Blue.
Yeah.
Chuck, you bumped your mic. I can barely hear you.
What now?
Yeah.
Hold on.
There you go.
That's a lot better.
Good now? Okay.
A little bit, yeah.
I was blowing it out, so I had to turn it down.
Oh, okay.
The Rebels crew, that's that hits several of the different archetypes. You could really kind of divide the archetypes out between them. One of the things that we did for our newsletter back in May, when May the 4th came out, was I statted all of the New Hope versions of the Heroes of Yavin. So Luke was a level 1 quick pilot. Han was I think I could go level 3, and then Obi-Wan was 7 or 8, but just for fun. So I mean, I like to do that kind of stuff and like look at properties like Rebels, or especially the the crew ensembles. Firefly is a good example where I'll just kind of look at it as I'm watching it and be like, oh yeah, that would be like, yeah, Jane would definitely be the tough, Kaylee's the clever, like, and just kind of break them all out.
That's when you've read the rules way too many times when you're watching TV
exactly.
and you're like,
yeah,
that one's this, that one's that, this one's that.
Yeah.
In
Now
my,
the interesting one
Firefly world, Wash never dies. Just so
that's
you know.
right. That's right. Hey, spoilers, man. Too soon. But now the interesting is if you've ever seen the series Dark Matter, that was on Sci-Fi.
Didn't get around to see that one.
Yeah, go back and watch it. It only lasted for 3 seasons before it got canceled. But it has 7 characters. It's an ensemble cast, and every one of them maps to one of our archetypes. I didn't intend that, but just as I was rewatching it for some inspiration, I was like, oh wait, that's a strong, that's a quick, that's a clever. Oh, they've even got an android. Interesting. Okay, cool. So perfect.
There's also
Perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, absolutely.
Heck
Do
yes.
it with that. Yeah. Yeah. Throw some political intrigue in.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Very
Like,
religious.
I'm immediately, when you said the group concept, I'm thinking Bad Batch. Like,
Yes.
Oh,
Another
yeah.
one. Another one where you
Oh.
can easily see the different archetypes. Like they're
Oh,
designed to
man.
be those archetypes. Those were
Right.
big.
It's kind of crazy how that show, when it came out, it was like, oh man, this is gonna be so bad. But by the end, you're like, this is the best thing ever.
That's how Rebels was.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
no one took Rebels seriously that first season, and then you get to
Yeah.
the end of it, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's
I'm
so
crying.
good.
not
Why am I
crying.
crying about a cartoon?
I mean, Andor was a big one like that too. Like it kind of had a
Yeah.
slow beginning to start. and
Oh,
then
I
all of a
was
sudden
into
it
that
ramped
from the
up.
start. Oh
That's good.
man, Andor's the best.
Nice,
thing.
good slow burn. I liked it.
Gosh.
Yeah.
That's how I know if a person, I'm not gonna like them, is if they say they don't like Andor. I'm just like, I'm just not gonna waste my time with you.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Because
What if
as
they
a
just don't
person, I completely disagree. I'm just kidding. I mean, I don't know. I love Andor so much. I just can't waste my time with people who don't like it.
Can't waste my time.
I just like alienating.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Is that what you're saying? Ain't nobody got time for that?
It's all
Hey,
good.
if you want another good news show, Alien Earth, man.
Oh, I love
Oh,
that.
is it?
I love
Oh,
it.
it's
First three episodes.
So good. So good.
so good,
I
so
gotta-
good.
Shit.
They've been knocking it out of the park. Romulus was really good, and
I would-
Mhm.
I've got to go back and rewatch Romulus, truthfully,
Yeah.
because I watched it on a plane,
oh yeah,
and they
Oh yeah,
all the kill shots.
Oh,
I was so pissed.
Oh yeah, that was our international flight, so they had to cut out all the kill
Yes.
shots.
oh really? Wow.
Yeah, so like I guess
Oh,
what,
so
the
kids
guy
wouldn't see
gets
it?
melted in the
Yeah.
face. They cut that. There's a guy who gets bonked in the face. They
Yeah.
cut from that. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding.
what was that kind of? It was kind of a prequel.
Prometheus?
Prometheus.
Prometheus.
No, not Prometheus. It was a newer one. It wasn't really a prequel. It came out recently.
Romulus?
Was that Romulus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you-
Romulus was the newest one
Okay.
of,
I
the,
watched
of
the game
those.
between 1 and 2. Alien.
It's really good. but
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could've
okay,
ended it
yeah.
When she got back.
I loved that. I couldn't remember the name of it, but I could tell you the plot and everything. And I was just like, gosh, this is so Darkspace, with them
Oh, yeah.
because that's kind of the stories I like to tell. The corporations beating down blue collar workers and just abusing them, because I grew up in a blue collar family. My dad was a painter and a pipeliner, and so I grew up seeing all that and seeing how that I'm just like, tear down the evil corporations, destroy them, destroy them
Absolutely.
all the time while ordering stuff from Amazon.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Destroy them, but I need this new item on Amazon.
I can't get it anywhere else. Nobody else has it.
That's very cyberpunk of you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly.
So, And I know this is a crazy thing to say, though, but now that you guys are about to close down on the Kickstarter, what's next?
Yeah. So the very next thing is we will be putting out another Void Echoes in February. We'll be kickstarting another Void Echoes in February for Zine Quest with Kickstarter. That will be Void Echoes 2, and that will have another adventure by Derek in it. You want to tell them about Lunar X12?
Yeah, Lunar X12 is going to be basically a hex crawl on an alien moon, where your players are going to be there. You're going to be helping a mining company, and you're going to be finding all kinds of weird things on this alien moon as you're traveling through it. There may be some claim jumpers, so there'll be some Western in space elements there. There will be all kinds of weird monsters and maybe a weird alien at the center of it all.
Yeah.
Along with, we may be throwing some corruption rules into that adventure as well.
Yeah, using the new corruption rules on it. Yeah. And it'll have pre-generated characters for it. We're writing this one for level 3, right?
Right.
No.
Level 3. Yeah. Level 3. What we're talking about doing is actually leveling up the pre-gens
the originals.
From the first Void Echoes.
Oh, nice.
And just kind of keeping that pattern going. So if you started out and you played the original Void Echoes, well, guess what? You guys have leveled up to level 3 now. You've had some adventures.
Yeah.
Now here's something really different.
Yeah, a little adventure path. Yeah, these guys. There they are. There's Rondo right there. Hey, yeah, show off. Right there. Show off Joe.
That's Joe.
Yeah. So, see the Ben 10 influence with the forearms and the face. I forget what that character's name is, but yeah,
it's.
But then we added fur to him.
Joe Tough.
I'm talking about the
Ben 10 version. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just remembered I have these sitting here right at my desk.
Yeah.
Look at that. So we did get a question in, and I want to make sure we get this one because this is an actual question, not just hey, when's the next thing coming out? How does the ship mechanics work?
Yeah, it depends. Well, so ship mechanics, a couple different things. First off, combat with ships works exactly like Shadow Dark combat does. We kept the close, near, far ranges. It's just now more or less your ship is sort of like in the center of that, and they're just radiuses going outward from it. But we're keeping that kind of close, near, far, abstract distances rather than trying to measure grids or hexes or something like that. Weapons are ship scale. So if a ship weapon hits another ship, it does normal 1d8 1d10 damage. But if a person gets hit by one of those, twice that, like it's very devastating. And then a pistol, like a regular personal weapon, does half damage. It's like the ship has resistance to it, so it's hard to damage a ship with it. Yeah, exactly. And then as far as like travel goes, you make an astrogation check for jumping to faster than light, and there is if you fail it, there's an astrogation mishap table where things can go different very quickly with that. You could suddenly be running a different kind of game with the astrogation. Bill, the first time Bill came to one of my games at GaryCon, he had just kind of come to watch, and it was supposed to be, we were doing one of those kind of emergent play games like we did, like I do with every con game. It was supposed to be very simple. It was a smuggling run. They were going to pick something up here, take it somewhere else, nice and easy. First roll of the game, they get in the ship, they make an astrogation check, and they botch it. They roll a 1, and we rolled on the mishap table, and they crashed the ship first thing. So we went from simple smuggling run to suddenly it was like Flight of the Phoenix, where they're like crash landed on a desert planet and they're trying to rebuild the ship and get off the planet.
Oh, wow.
Shelter. Yeah, completely changed it.
Chuck, that sounds like something you would do.
So no, he's going more Flight of the Phoenix. I thought when you take an FTL mishap, I went Event Horizon.
That's also a possibility as well, because like you can end up near a black hole with one of them. Yep. Yeah. And so you can you pull that kind of stuff. Event Horizon's a great example of a good
But they didn't go
dark
through
space
hell.
adventure.
They just went through hell and back.
That too, right? So I mean, another dimension. But you've got those kinds of things, and then lastly, like how does like ship building work? We have classifications for ships. Your ship is part of the crew. It levels up with the crew. So we have 6 classifications for ships, just like we have 6 basic archetypes. And so your ship might be an explorer ship. It might be a gun ship. It might be the charming archetype, which is a yacht. And so and each one of those has its own, just like a Shadow Dark class has. It's got some features to it that are unique to it. It levels up with a talent table, just like Shadow Dark classes do as well. But it levels up with the average level of the crew. So as the crew goes up, they hit a new average, then the ship levels up with them. So that was something when we were kind of talking about, we're like, man, if you think about all the great, like real like sci-fi crew stories, Firefly, Star Wars, like all of those, the ship Farscape is a great one. Like all of those, the ship is as much part of the crew as the people are. So we want to reflect that and say, hey, it levels up with you. And so that's one way that it can upgrade and get better. But then you can actually modify it and add different components, systems, features, upgrades into it as well. Yeah. But all very lightweight. We didn't want to go too deep on that. We want it to be something that's very quick and easy to do, and doesn't take a lot of math and doesn't take a lot of time and effort to do. Yeah.
I'm building the Evan Hawk now.
You can do it. Yeah. My 12-year-old is he's starting to build out his first Darkspace campaign that he's going to GM. And he's already been asking, like, how can I build the Stinger Mantis from Fallen Order, because he's a huge Fallen Order fan. So like, yeah, you can do it. Absolutely.
Now I'm just curious, can I do that? Can I utilize these stats to like for a base for a fantasy game? So like now I kind of get a little bit more of an understanding.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think so. I think you could do that.
You can do a Baba Yaga's hut using this.
Yeah.
You know,
but even I mean, to abstract it out to where you've got there wouldn't be systems and features. There might be features, but they would like the core functions of, say, like a castle.
Right.
Like replace the galley with the kitchens.
Right.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. You just gave me an interesting idea, but I think you could do that.
This just goes to show you that Darkspace works for everything.
That's right. Yeah. For everything.
Yeah.
You can put it in anywhere.
Yeah. But you could do that.
That would definitely work. Like if you had a keep and your keep levels up, you know, you're going to get more features.
Yeah. Well, with that now, I mean, if you think about how the new age of gameplay seems to be, where people want to have that home base.
Yeah.
Being able to do that
domain level. Yeah. I mean, you know,
and it's a lot better than the other one that was created for a different system that is not. We're not mentioning any names here. But
it was a great concept, but very overly complicated.
Yes.
That one you're talking about. Yeah. But it's along these lines. It's still modular in some ways. Yeah. Yeah.
I like it. I might have to make a modification version of that. So because, like I said, for our home table, we play a lot of Shadow Dark.
Yeah,
and
he burned down our home.
What's that?
He burned down our home.
I did burn down the home.
And killed the old woman.
I did.
That's that's what I like. That's one of the things I like about the Shadow Dark creator community, is this kind of like conversation happens all the time because the third party license is so open, and we've reflected that with our third party license as well. We wanted to do the same. Like we have these conversations with people all the time. Like, oh wait, we could do this and we could do that, and it starts to almost become like you're riffing on each other. It's like a jazz kind of a thing, and you're just like, hey man, yeah, like I want to try to write that. I mean, Bill and I, when we first sat down and talked about what he wanted to write, like, we had a completely different idea. And then he came back and he's like, hey, but I want to do this instead. Would this work? Am I stepping on? I'm like, no, man, you're not stepping on anything. Let's go. Let's do it. Like it's, I love it.
Now I know what Bill's doing over there. So now the conversation him and I have had, I was like, okay, now we actually do need to sit down because we'll bring Chuck involved with this one too. So
I mean, this kind of thing happens all the time.
To what Sam was talking about, it happens a lot even within the Shadow Dark Discord. Kelsey will bounce ideas off of the community all the time, and even get brainstorm ideas for her own zines. Like one day it was kind of funny because she was working on City of Masks, which I'm really excited. It's turning out awesome. She just sent out the PDFs for that. Yeah. But when she was in the process of creating it, she had the roadblock of there's all these different places in the city, and I don't know how to give those details for all of them. And I had just finished, producing Righteous Vow 3, and I ran into the same problem where it was like I have all these different villages and towns and cities within the two kingdoms with the dwarves and the paladins and that entire hex map of detail, but I didn't want to spend so much time talking about this location and this location and this location and what's in that location. So it was funny because what she did was exactly what I did, and it made me feel really good about myself. I was like, hey, that's exactly what I did. But she came to that conclusion too, which means that mine wasn't a terrible idea. Was she just created kind of a key of this is what could be in all these places, and then you just kind of select the items that and the amenities you might want there. So I've got a whole towns and villages section that says, okay, there's there's a smith here, or there's an alchemist here, or whatever might be in those towns and villages. But then you just got a list and a key, and it's like in this one you've got this and this, and this one you got this and this, and then you just go back to that section and it details, hey, these are what could be there, but do whatever you want, So
yeah, and I feel like even when we've played Shadow Dark, we haven't broken into the fullness of how to play it yet. We're still at the grips of it. Because I know there's a ton of things in there that are just they're built for random tables. That's what what the game is built for. Yes. And I thought it was really cool because I saw then an addition to that when you did Darkspace, because we rolled an entire campaign just out of random tables.
Yeah. Those random tables that we used at that GaryCon game became the emergent play tables that are in the expanded edition.
Yeah, so that was beautiful, man. Seriously, sitting in and watching your game, I loved that. It was like he's crafting the adventure at the table with the people playing the adventure with him. So it was not pre-planned. It was just like, here, we're going to roll. And then this is what it is. It is beautiful. And that's the beautiful thing about Shadow Dark. The beautiful thing about Darkspace is that, the pressure is off. This is supposed to be fun for the players. It can be. It's supposed to be fun for the DM. It can be as well, because the pressure's off. You don't have to, you can do as much prep as you want, but you could just jump into it and go. And you can throw all that extra detail out the window, and it doesn't matter, because as long as you're having fun and enjoying it and your players are having fun, you're doing a great job,
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So I'm going to throw this out there, and I don't know if the chat's interested and everybody's willing to do it. We've got the books. We can show what building a campaign really, how long it takes, which it doesn't take. We have literally 15 minutes before the show's over, and I'm sure we'll be done with the whole thing.
Let's do it.
If y'all are interested in doing it, we've got some interest in the party. So
I'm gonna go grab my rule book though. Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it. You mean you don't have it sitting right next to your desk?
I kind of grabbed mine knowing that I was going to be stepping into this game. I was like, I'm definitely grabbing this.
I'll just be the dice bitch and roll.
There you go.
There you go.
I got to find out how it all works. 'Cause like I said, Than did it so smooth when we did this at the table, and I was like, I don't even know how you did that well.
Yeah.
But it was
And
incredible.
I'll pull up. I mean, let's see. Do I have? Yeah, I can. I've
Yes.
got.
Yes,
I don't
books.
have the.
We did it through
guys
jobs
don't-
and salvage, right? That's how we.
I
built
did it. Jobs and salvage was how we picked the mission.
Yeah.
But then I can also run. I mean, I'll roll on my side the emergent play stuff. You won't be
Yeah.
able to see it, but I can tell you kind of how I run that. So
Yeah,
people can
absolutely.
get an idea.
Because I'm curious, like you said, what you pulled for emergent plays. Because
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I know Chuck's going to be definitely interested here soon to start playing this, and that means maybe we can do a bi-monthly game. And I only have to run every other week, and then you run every other week.
There you go.
Especially with all the other projects we got coming up.
Yeah.
Chris.
Remind me, please.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna put more work on you. Less work on me.
Yes, Dragonbane, I am already sold on Darkspace. It is sci-fi. It is
Heck yes.
everything I want.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Nice.
I really am appreciative of my home players though, because it wasn't a fight. It wasn't a, hey guys, we're gonna move away from D&D and try something else. I was like, hey guys, we're gonna play Shadow Dark, and everybody's like, all right, cool, let's try it.
Okay.
And
To
then
be
we-
fair, James, half the table had never even played D&D.
I know, which was even better.
Well, it was a lot.
Nobody wants to go back
Hey,
to
we're not
it. They
playing
just
D&D,
want to
we're
keep
playing this
playing.
other thing. We're playing Shadow Dark.
Oh,
All right.
man.
All right.
Just the salvage tables are fun. I love
Yeah, the
those.
salvage
no.
tables were cool too.
Yeah, that job generator table though that's my baby. Everybody, I always get asked, "What's your favorite table that you've written?" And that's like, I love it.
Oh, the job generator? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Job generator.
Yeah.
we've
So
got,
let's see.
We've got less than 10 minutes. Let's see if we can do this.
Yeah, let's see if we can do it. All right. So, Chuck. Well, yeah, you start. Roll a d4 for me.
Sweet. I get to be useful. It's a 2.
All right. So the employer for this job is a crime syndicate. James, roll a d6.
Got all my pretty. The only funny thing is, none of my
One, Jake.
D20 dice are normally out at the moment because I've been playing Board of Darkness the last 3 months. All right, let's see here. We got pretty D6 by the new.
Got my
Dispel
green
set.
armory dice.
Ooh, nice.
4.
All right. So the crime syndicate is hiring us for a heist. Derek, roll a d8 for me.
Oh, D8.
You got one?
Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. I'm going to roll a really old school D8.
Nice.
Breaking into his Alma Minst edition.
Oh, no, never mind. That dice bag has never been opened. No.
Oh, don't roll that one. Don't roll that one.
Now, I can roll for you if you need to for right now until you get
He's
these
got
dice.
dice. He's got. I know where he's at. He's got dice. He's got dice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he knows.
There we go. Yeah, use those.
There we go. Use
Yeah.
those.
Nice.
Product placement.
Yes,
yeah,
right.
exactly. And
Awesome
these are
product
still-
placement.
There's two available, but the only way you can get them is if you get one of us to run your D&D, your Darkspace game for you.
This one.
That was a 3,
Yeah.
a 2.
Oh, that
was
one
a 2.
I
That
will get
was
you
a-
to run my
that's the-
game at Gary Cut. I'm not kidding you. I'm not doing the ones on.
There you go.
Is that a
Yes,
hauling
exactly, yeah.
smuggling job?
Yeah, no. So that was a heist. So Crime
Oh.
Syndicate hired us for a heist job
Yep.
and is in the same sector
In the same
as we start. So
Yep.
might require a little bit of ship travel. Then Bill, roll a d10 for me.
D10. All right. The armory dice. Three
Yes.
armory dice. I got a 3.
3. So the
Hmm.
location is going to be an outpost.
Outpost.
Okay. Heist at an outpost from the crime syndicate. I'll roll a d12. This will involve an 11. The crime syndicate. Yeah, the crime syndicate wants us to run a heist at an outpost within the sector involving a celebrity. And Chuck, you get to roll the last one. Roll a d20.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Here comes that one.
It's a 4.
4. A relic. Okay, so there we go. So we've got the MacGuffin. So we're running a heist job at an outpost involving a relic that's probably owned by a celebrity of some sort. So maybe it's their like private compound. Maybe we're running, like a heist job against, Mark Zuckerberg's Hawaii compound, and he's got something in there we're trying to steal.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or Nicolas Cage and his Tyrannosaurus Rex skull.
Yes. Yeah.
We're gonna go.
Or his Action Comics #1.
We're gonna go steal somebody's FIFA award.
Yes. There you go. There you go. There you go.
I said it.
You said it. So, but that's it. That's how you do a mission. Real quick. Using Darkspace, you've got everything you need there. And then what we do
3 minutes, people.
In 3 minutes, you've got a job. You've got a job. And then over in the emergent play section that we're having in the bigger book, we go into. It is not. That is in the expanded edition. But we've got a whole similar style table for site generation. So we can flesh out what this outpost looks like. We roll the type of outpost. We roll how many areas it has, and you're basically creating a dungeon as you go. You can do it completely on the fly, or you can pre-map it out and put everything where you want it. You can use it however you want to, but it's designed specifically for emergent play. So you could do it solo. It works great for solo roles. Works great for GM-less. If everybody wants to play and no one wants to GM, you could do it that way. Or you could do it as a GM who is doing a pickup game and didn't have time to prep.
Hey, sounds like me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or prep, because the part of the game is so you don't prep.
Exactly.
And you don't have to worry about balance. If you want to just throw in some really big, crazy monster, or denizen, if you will, everybody just needs to run away.
That's right.
That's right.
And if you want a really powerful denizen, back to Kickstarter so you can get all the legendary denizens that are in the book.
Whoa, there you go.
Yeah, James.
We get to 90,000.
Already booked. I've already backed it.
I can't back it any harder.
You can't help. Yeah, I can't help plugging.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a couple versions of it I could back higher, but those are not the ones I'm stepping in.
I'm telling you, I want that zip up hoodie. That thing's awesome. So
hey, the new zip up hoodie with this artwork on the back. It's going to be pretty slick.
I'm going to be wearing that at GaryCon. Are we going to get them for GaryCon?
Yeah, they should be delivered way before GaryCon. Yeah,
I'm going to wear that at GaryCon then.
I got a set of I got some dice because I've really over the last couple.
I got the dice and the dice.
I would say that dice became more of a
dice bags.
It's bad.
Yeah, especially since you've gotten like random grab bags that were like, oh yeah, primo.
Oh yeah,
the dice bags too. Yeah.
No, we were at PAX Unplugged this year, and for those who know what Dispel dice are, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, they are. Those are good.
Yeah, one of my players is in the channel now that I realize who it is. So it's Grant.
Yeah.
But they do a mystery bag. It's $135, but you get 3 sets of dice. And I pulled at PAX Unplugged. I pulled 3 sets, as I bought 2 sets. I put 3 sets of liquid core dice, which are like their
nice
dice a piece. And I was
wow, yeah,
aha! Finally, because the last one I got at Gen Con wasn't as good, but this definitely paid off. I do have a set though that really, if I knew, like, it'd be like this will be my Darkspace dice, and I don't.
I'm telling you, if you want dice, just go run games at GaryCon. I came home in that swag bag that you got for being a DM. Yeah. They gave you like 3 or 4 different sets of dice in that thing.
Oh, I get this. I don't want to say why, but I get the same set. It's just not for the same reason.
Yeah. No, they
because he's special.
No, it's because I spent way too much money on that version. That's all.
Yeah, he's special.
I gave my Orcus dice to my buddy Dave because he was excited about it.
Those are cool dice. Those are good ones.
They are.
I'm assuming this year's will be Demogorgon themed.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That'd be
Since
pretty
since
cool.
that's the Demon Prince for this year.
Yeah.
Those would be cool.
Well, I just want to make sure we say to everybody, go back Darkspace
Absolutely.
and go back Shadowcrawler Carnage, but don't forget to back Collision Course.
Collision Course as well. Yes. Yeah, we didn't talk enough about Collision Course, but real quick plug. I keep telling people.
Can you drop a link in the chat on video, and then I'll drop it in the channel?
Yeah, absolutely. It is. I keep, and maybe they get on to me for saying this, but it reminds me of Speed in Space.
I think that's been one of the most amazing things about Darkspace is seeing people come right out of the gate and begin to develop adventures and third-party products. To me, that was so amazing, is that we struck a chord with other people out there, and they're like, this is so great. So one of the awesome things about backing Darkspace is you're already backing a product that has support from other third-party publishers. So yes, you can use your Shadow Dark, but then there is Collision Course out there. There is Shadowcrawler Carnage out there. There's Signal out there. So there's so many products that are already out there. You're not getting a game that doesn't have people already chomping at the bit to make something for it. And that's what we want to encourage. So if you're excited, man, go out there, use our third-party license and write an adventure and publish it. Let us know. We'll boost your signal, man. We want everybody to go out here and write great adventures and get out there and have fun with their friends.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, it's so accessible now to create your own content. Anybody who wants to go out there and do it can do it. And I don't know how many times, if you're on Discord and you get on the Darkspace Discord or even the Shadow Dark Discord, get a hold of us. I mean, I talk to people all the time. They're like, Bill, how do you do this? And, I try to point them in the right direction. I don't have, it's two different things. The people that want to do it themselves, I will help you all day so that you can achieve that. The people that want to send me your stuff so I can produce it, I don't have time for that, but I'll help you. I will totally help you if you want to do it yourself, And
that's one of the reasons why we put the third-party license out there, because even early on, there were folks that were like, "Hey, I want to write this and for you," and I'm like, "That's great, but I want you to write it for you. I want you to write it for you, and then I will support you all day." And we've gotten some already so many cool things.
Signal. Does anybody have a link for Signal? It's the other one they're asking.
Let me find that.
Let's give all the credit.
Absolutely.
Bill,
it's on
drop
Drive.
I don't know how to do that. How do I do that?
Just inside of the video link, you're just gonna under chat, just put the link in, and we'll drop them into the Discord, or not into the Discord, into the Twitch channel.
Sounds good.
Yep. The Signal was our very first third-party product, written by Terry Wisnot from Old Troll Gaming Hole. It is actually, we were talking about Event Horizon earlier. It definitely has that vibe to it.
Nice.
Of this ship has seen some stuff, and we don't really know what's going on with it. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've already talked our whole hour and a half. I'm willing to open up any last minute questions you guys have. Thankfully, hopefully, part of this has come from the channel, but you guys went up about $1,000 since we started the channel tonight. So
awesome.
That's
awesome
amazing.
to see.
Awesome.
Let's get to 90. Because
we can do it.
There's a final adventure that's getting put in the book already that I've already purchased the books. I just want the extra adventure with it.
That's right. And it's so cool. That last denizen that Kelsey's writing explains this. Explains what this is.
Ooh. I love that. I can't wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
go. Chuck, go back it.
And we'll tie that with Mark Miller's Travel.
Correct. Yes, exactly.
We're going to tie both of those together. Than and I are going to bring that into a mini campaign if we hit the 90,000. We're going to tie old school with New School. We're going to tie Mark Miller's Traveler to Kelsey's Ghost of a Dead World. And but we've got to hit that 90K.
Yeah.
That just gives me Destiny vibes right there. The Ghost of the Dead World. And
it's good. Jen and I've been doing a lot of talking back and forth on email, and it's just like bouncing again. It was that same idea where like she pitched an idea and I was like, oh, that's great, but what if we do this? She's like, oh, I like that even better. And then she sends this, and it's just, it's jazz, man. I love it. It's like
and I got to do that with Mark. So
and you have to do it with Mark for the same thing with the Traveler, which is really cool. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm super hoping we get to that final one so we can get that extra. Everything sounds amazing. Like I said,
well, look,
I
personally, 2 people to book a game with me and Than, and we're almost there. But you're not just booking a game. Tell them what they get, Than.
I mean, you get the whole package. I mean, it's everything. It's the top tier, right? So you get games with us. You get that dice vault that we were talking about. You get the books. You get all the add-ons. You get everything. So I mean, it's
a lot.
And that could be an online or an in-person game.
Yeah, the original idea we had behind it was we're going to be at so many cons this next year. If you're going to be at a con, we'll run it for you at the con. We'll do it as a evening pickup game. We'll just meet up and run it. So
that'd be awesome.
They're still out there.
Heck yeah! Add another stretch goal on there and put Bill will do it for 500 too. Go ahead. I'll do it. If it helps you guys, I don't know.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck, I'll do it for 300. Throw it on there.
It was so awesome to have the three of you in here tonight to talk about Darkspace. I know Chuck is over there salivating right now.
Mm-hmm.
But sadly,
I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear, Chuck. I can't wait to hear what you're going to do with it.
Oh, it's going to be crazy. He's got all sorts of ideas.
You got openings at page 3 for you got at your tables?
Let me check. Let me check here.
I'm sold out. I think Derek had a couple. There's some other folks that are running Darkspace as well, but also we can always.
Will you guys be? You guys are going to GaryCon, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And I will have games at GaryCon as well.
Games at GaryCon.
Chuck
I'll
will
be
have
running
to try to
Darkspace
find
at
his way to GaryCon.
Yeah. And then North Texas Con, I'll be running Darkspace out there
we'll
too.
be there.
So
but once again, thanks for coming to hang out with us. This is awesome. A great way to finish the holidays. I wish I was getting this before Christmas, but that's just not a possibility. I know there's a lot that has to be done into these books. It's incredible what work has to be done for this. Real quick, some announcements. Show off the Darkspace.
You can get the core rules now available.
You can get the core rules now available.
But back to the Kickstarter first.
Back to Kickstarter. Yes, back to Kickstarter. We have one more week of Tavern Talks for the year, and then we are closing down. But we are doing a special fireside chat with everybody that has been, and we're sending a notice out for everybody who's been on Tavern Talks, including the three of you. You will get an email with this, which is just to come back, hang out, drink beer, and talk about gaming. And it's going out to everybody. I think we've got like 70 people that it's being sent out to. We'll see who we get. It's just going to be a big Zoom call. I'm not squaring everybody out to do their own pretty look. No, it's just going to be a giant.
I challenge you.
But no, it's really just a thank you for everything that we've been through this year as the Misfits, and things just keep getting busier and busier. I'm not going to say anything else with that.
Good.
Yeah, I know. I want to, but I'm not going to for that reason, because I always put myself in too many projects. So for those that have tuned in for the first time, this Sunday is Chuck's finale for season 1 of Power Rangers the RPG, ran by Renegade Games.
Of course, I crap out.
Which is awesome. He froze for a second. You're good. Oh, you were good. Now
it was
back.
me. I know.
After that, Monday night is our finale for our season of Dress to Quest, which is our Icewind Dale campaign that we've been running for almost 2 years. And then that Saturday will be in our fireside chat. And then that Sunday will be our finale for Night of the Worm, which is our World of Darkness campaign. There's a lot of stuff closing down for the year, so that friends and family can visit and we don't have to be worried about all this online stuff. But if you want to keep in touch with everything that's happening, make sure that you go to the Discord, and that's how you get to find out all the new things that are happening in 2026, or be there during the fireside chat, because we will be mentioning some new things that are happening in 2026. Yeah, including our con schedule and everything else. And also, if I haven't said it enough tonight, go back the Kickstarter. That's the goal. Go back the Kickstarter.
Treat yourself.
Until then, this is Last Call. This is Tavern Talks. Raise your glasses high, and we'll see you guys all next week for the final episode of the year of Tavern Talks here on Tabletop Misfits. Good night.
Bye.